Hi, this is Sara Slick with PerfecPress HTV, and today we're going to do a mixed media t-shirt. Use a polyester shirt and do our first layer of sublimation. And then after the sublimation, we're going to move on to doing a design with our spectrum. And then after that, we're going to move on to a design with 3D foam. And for a final little touch, we're going to add some rhinestones to the shirt. Let's get started on this project. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start our sublimation layer. And with that, I'm going to go to Google Chrome. Oh, looky here. It's like they know. So I'm going to do Google Space. Go to Images. Images. And just to make sure that I get, what is this? Okay. So I'm going to go to Tools. This is always like a helpful search, like something to narrow down your search into an image that is actually really good to use when you're trying to create your own work. So I go to Tools and I click on Size and I pick Large because I want a very large image to work with. And let's see, spacey. Let's go with this. So I'm gonna save my image as. I like to put my stuff on the desktop. Save that. I'm gonna minimize this. I'm gonna bring in the silhouette. That's a big image, guys. I'm gonna scale down the image a little. There we go. I like that. And so now what I'm going to do is load my printer with some sublimation paper first. Load it in right there. We're working with a classic 11 by 17 size. So it should be good for all basic printers. I hope that's in right. To do a print page setup. So we do have auto borderless, which is definitely what we want to do. And then we do want the tabloid 11 by 17. So that's good to go. Okie dokie. Now we're going to file them, we're going to print it. How do I do that?
So right now it's actually preview it and so print.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Now where's the preferences? I mean, for the preferences.
Let's see. Borderless portrait. Ultra. So we're checking to see that all of our print settings are correct, and it looks like it is. We do want to make sure that this borderless box is checked off because we just want to make sure that we are using all of the paper that we're printing. I am only going to print out one copy, and it looks like we are good to go. And let's print. Ink levels look good.
On the shirt, and that way, when the sounds right.
A few moments later.
There we go. Our lovely printed image. Okay, now I'm going to sublimate this on the shirt. And the whole reason why I'm going to start off by doing that is this is the process that's going to be the highest temperature on our heat press. And so I'm going to sublimate it first, and then as we're going through and cutting the other layers, it gives the heat press a chance to cool down. So grab your white polyester shirt, 100% polyester, no mixed. There we go. So remember everyone, with sublimation, it is 400 degrees for 60 seconds.
You're next to the wall, I can't see you.
It smells delicious. Here we go. Sublimated shirt. Looks good. Vibrant. So now I'm going to change the temperature of my heat press really quick. I'm going to set it to 305. Bring down my time to 15 seconds. And we're good to go. Okay, next we are going to work on an image with our Spectrum vinyl. This is our holographic foil Spectrum. I am going to get rid of this space right here because I'm sure that our image needs to be the same dimensions. Same dimensions. Let's go find our spaceman. Space. Man. Trying to find a cute little guy that's not going to be too intricate. There we go. Well, you know what, to make sure, let's go to tools, size, large. Let's make sure we find something.
Yeah, that's the one I'm using. I traced them.
Okay. Do you want me to go into... Yes, yes, yes. So I found my astronaut, and I'm going to go back into our silhouette program, and I'm just going to do a little drag and drop, little draggy droppy. Go back in here. It's a little big, so let's just make it just a little smaller. A little smaller. Just want to make sure he fits in the square. That seems like it's an appropriate size, so let's do a trace tool. Gonna get my Spectrum out of the way. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and load the Spectrum into my Cameo. There we go, we're ready to go. I did go over here and select my trace tool, and I'm going to up the threshold on this just a little bit more. First off, I'm going to select the trace area. Sorry. And that is the area I want traced. And so you see all these like little holes in the astronaut guy that I'm working on. And what I'm going to do with that is go to our threshold section and up it. That should solve that issue right there and make it much easier to weed. And then I'm going to go ahead and trace it. I'm then going to pull away this section right here, and I honestly don't need it anymore, so backspace or not. And so now I have my little spaceman. So I have my design here, and it's ready to go for cutting, because I have it all traced out and ready to go. And so now we're going to go up here, and we're going to click Send. And so in these settings over here, with all of these, I have scrolled down and I have selected our holographic sticker sheet. And our settings, our cut settings for the Cameo right now, for this material is going to be a force of 17, a speed of 17, and a blade of 3. And please always do a test cut. I'm not about to do a test cut, but please always do a test cut. And let's send it. Sending it. Hello, R2D2. I love this sound. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be weeding out my little spaceman. I am pretty much almost done. I'm at this point right now. Looks really cute. Super excited. Shiny. And I have my heat press ready to go at 305, and we're going to press this for 15 seconds. And then once I'm done with this, we're going to move on to our rhinestones, because we do want to do a layer of the 3D foam, but the thing about the 3D foam is that that has to be the absolute last layer. It is a HTV that is a single layer, non-layerable HTV. So like if you're trying to do a design and you want multicolors, you kind of have to do a bunch of knockout sections in an image, and then you're going to have to press it all at once. Okay, looks like we're ready to go. Got it all out. Let's get this heat pressed. So with our sublimation right here, our heat press is a whole 100 degrees lower than what we sublimated this at. And so since it is a whole 100 degrees lower, it will not affect the image that you have sublimated on your shirt when you heat press another vinyl on top of it.
That's what we feel. So mention and give us some time because of just.
I'm going to cut myself a little silicone sheet just to be able to protect the top of my platen, because I know that certain ghost images from your sublimated image can potentially show up. So let's just take that precaution. So this vinyl is a cool peel, so we're going to take a second and we're going to let it cool down just a little bit, like to air it out. Great. There we go. Check it out, y'all. Little spaceman in space. Okay, next up. So we're actually going to keep our t-shirt on the heat press because what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking rhinestones and directly laying them on the shirt and directly heat pressing them afterwards. So the whole reason I take my shirt and I put it right against the bottom platen and I like pull it over the whole bottom platen is because not only does it help me line up my shirt to make sure that my image is straight, it also makes sure that when I'm sublimating, I am only pressing against one layer of fabric. Oh, I'm gonna put them on the big stars. I hope you saved that.
That's one fun thing forever to edit, probably.
So now I'm going to heat press these rhinestones for 15 seconds at 300 degrees. Nice little accent on our shirt. I think it's really hot in this corner.
It's hot, it's really good.
Yeah.
The heat is especially hot.
Yeah. Don't know if you can tell up there, but I got a little sparkle going on. Little rhinestone. Okay. Yeah. So our final layer is going to be some 3D foam. I love that stuff. I love the way it looks. Always adds a nice little pop to a shirt. We're going to show you guys our purple 3D foam. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go load my Cameo. There we go. Open up my laptop. So I'm just going to take this, going to delete it. We don't need it anymore. And I'm just going to use a basic text tool in the Silhouette program. Let's see. I honestly don't really want anything. I want it kind of blocky. Let's go with this. That's for you, boo. Okay, so what I've done is I have picked out a type that I like, and I have made it big enough to what I think is going to look good on the shirt. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little box around it just to make it easier for me to weed after I cut it. And I am going to take this image and I am going to flip it horizontally to make sure it's right reading when I'm pressing it onto the shirt. And so now we're going to go to send, and we're going to double check our settings. And it seems like it's ready to go, so we're going to go ahead and send it to cut. Okay, so I'm going to cut this down a little. And start weeding it out. There we go. Far out, y'all. I'm going to cut it out. Final press. I'm excited.
Are you ready for this?
Looking cool. There we go, guys. There's our shirt for today. Okay, so on this shirt today, we did a first layer of sublimation with a second layer of our holographic foil spectrum, a third layer that's just some freeform rhinestone, and then a fourth layer with our purple 3D foam. Looks pretty cool, guys. So everyone, please like and subscribe and check us out next week. We always got something new.